Devastia. Chapter 2. Captain Troust was a large and menacing Tritarian male with a pair of long, curved horns and wild blue-violet hair. His skin, like the skin of all Tritarian males, was dark blue, and his bright red eyes were angular and squat, making it appear as though he were perpetually snarling. Each of his forearms was thick with veiny muscles. In fact, his entire body was so huge and inundated with muscles that he might have been a war machine carved out of steel. On the day of the Festival of Union, Troust's father, a respectable old ship's captain who wielded much power on Tritor 9, gave his son this advice.
Never waste your seed on the weak ones. They will yield weak and disappointing sons, sons who will burden and embarrass you. Remember, son, you never take the ones that offer themselves to you willingly. That's an amateur mistake. No, my son. Never settle for a complacent female who marches to the slaughter with a smile on her face, like livestock. This type of female is the stupidest kind, and such a female will carry the worst genetics. So, if you're smart and you value the quality of your lineage, you'll chase the one that runs. And the farther she runs, the harder she fights, the longer she evades you, the stronger the sons she will bear once caught. So, my advice to you, my son, is to chase the one who survives the longest, for she is the most superior one. Do not be discouraged if such a female is difficult to catch. She's well worth the effort, and well beyond the scope of lesser males. A captain should breed only the best.
Troust inclined his head in recognition of the venerated old patriarch and replied,
That's sound advice, father. I will take it very much to heart.
Troust exited his father's cruiser and walked down a ramp into a field. Here, a number of young males were gathered for the Festival of Union.
During this time, the Festival of Union, the males will breed a fresh batch of newly matured females.
A skinny Tritarian male in long red and yellow ceremonial robes pronounced,
Young males looking to breed their first litters get a head start. Young males with superior scores and ranks will get to start first and therefore have the best chance of catching their first choice. Soon, the females will be released. When the females are released, they will run and you will chase them. You get to impregnate what you catch, but please keep in mind you must impregnate only one female per festival. There are other males who need to breed as well, and we can't have just one male breeding all of the females. Please understand that the act of breeding multiple females per festival will be severely punished. Leftover females will become hags and care for newly hatched femlings in the underground. So please, even if there are females left over after you have bred, leave them alone. Thank you, and please enjoy the festival.
The announcer in the long ceremonial robes fired a blaster into the air, creating a loud bang. A large metal box was opened, and a group of 50 females in colorful outfits were released into the field, staggering around on tall-heeled shoes. In the next instant, there was chaos. Screaming, flailing limbs, clouds of sand being kicked up around the field. Troust trotted past several males who had grabbed the slowest females by their colorful skirts and thrown them down onto the ground, shrieking and kicking and bellowing.
No!
Again and again. A female with dark hair and a short mauve and green gown approached Troust and threw her many arms around him, breathing hard.
I am Adaray.
The female yelled to be heard above the screams and violently smashing bodies.
I have loved you since I first heard of your many interplanetary conquests. Since it was said that you removed the head of Fortrops King with the point of your spear. You are the most superior of the males, the top of your class, the demon that inferior races fear. Please, impregnate me with your seed.
Get out of my way, irritating tramp.
Troust yelled in annoyance, attempting to push her off of him, but she did not cower in fear. She continued to cling to him tightly.
Please! I don't care if you love me. I don't care if you remember my name.
Adaray screamed, gripping Troust's arms even tighter. Troust shoved Adaray off of him, and she fell backwards into the dirt.
You disgust me. I will not waste my seed on one as pathetic as you.
He bellowed, enraged that this distraction had bought the good ones a lot of time to get away from him.
No! Don't leave me here! I love you! I must die for love!
Adaray gasped, sitting up and choking up dirt. She grabbed at Troust's legs as though hoping that this would change his mind. Then, Troust kicked her in the face with the toe of his steel-tipped boot and felt her facial plate shatter with a satisfying crack.
I'll take none of your weak sons,
he barked venomously, and then he trotted away, leaving Adaray to be scavenged by lesser males. Adaray's face was now bloody and brutalized, trailing shreds of skin and splinters of bone. The injury had made her grotesque to look at, all misshapen lumps and blood, and asymmetry, and so she would not be chosen by any male during the Festival of Union. This is how she would become Hag Adaray. Troust ran as fast as he could, searching for the strongest and the fastest females, the ones who had survived the longest. Most of the males had already bred and lay grinning and satisfied beside immobile, often brutalized brides. Many of the males had already started carrying their impregnated females back to their ships, where they would spend 6 months growing fat with infant larvae before the eventual hatch. In the distance, Troust spotted a stunning silhouette, disappearing into the setting sun. She was running quickly by this point, so far away from the designated Festival of Union Field that she might have been in danger of escaping to the nearby city. 2 of Troust's uniformed crew members emerged from the crowd of males. Having already bred and returned their wives to their ships, the 2 males walked up to Troust and watched him with incredulity as he gazed upon the evasive female fleeing into the distance. She was so far away now that she had disappeared into the horizon.
Who is she?
Troust inquired, his voice dripping with lust and admiration.
Tell me. I must know her name.
A female on the ground, by his feet, who had been playing dead, answered him.
That's Miggy, sir.
Miggy.
Troust repeated the name, and his voice nearly fluttered with infatuation.
She is the most superior one. I must have her.
Forget her, Troust. She's long gone.
One of Troust's crewmates assured him.
Silence, idiot. You are unfit to be my soldier. Do you understand me, Stain? Miggy is the most superior one. To breed her is my right as most superior male. She will breed the finest sons, and she will be mine. She will be mine and nobody else's.
Troust screamed at his crewmate. The smaller male cowered and quickly apologized.
I'm sorry, sir. Of course you will, sir.
The smaller male groveled.
Do you understand me? She will be mine. She will be mine if I have to chase her to the damn city. I don't care if I have to chase her through the galaxy. Hear me now. No matter how far she travels, I will chase her. I will chase and I will catch her and impregnate her with my superior seed. By the name of God, I swear on the lives of my strongest and largest future sons, their legacy, and their conquests, Miggy will soon be my bride.
You might want to calm down, sir. You're making a bit of a fool of yourself.
One of Troust's crewmates dared to interject.
Silence, you daft inferior piece of trash. You will address me with respect. Miggy will be my bride, and if I am lying, then let me be cursed by all femling litters until the end of my days.